Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for this video. This is the video you all have been waiting for. You all have been asking like a million times. Please tell us what happened with the psychic twins, and I shall. I'm here to let you know. Let me just say, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed to have been able to speak to Linda and Terry. They are amazing women. I can't speak highly enough. I'm gonna start crying. This is so dumb. I feel so strongly about these women. They have beautiful, overwhelming spirits, and like, ugh, I'm crying happy tears because they are just, their spirit and their soul is just, it's unbelievable to me, and it's so powerful to me, and I'm just so thankful. So I'm not gonna cry. There's no reason to cry, but when I start talking about them, like, they're just so powerful that I really feel very deeply with them. So anyway, sorry. They are incredible. They're so kind. If you are able to get a reading with them, I don't know what their schedule looks like or what their schedule allows for or anything like that. I would definitely advise you to contact them. I'll put their Twitter in and their YouTube channel in the link below, so definitely reach out to them that way if you would like a reading, and I would highly suggest a reading with them because it will be unlike anything you've ever done before. If you've had a reading before, I've had many readings before, and it was unlike anything I had ever experienced before, so highly recommend them. I just feel so blessed and so thankful, and I feel like everything came together in an absolutely perfect way because now I'm not psychic, but I have a feeling that they are about to blow up on YouTube. First of all, they have the fastest growing channel on YouTube, period, ever, right now. I know that they are going to have millions of subscribers soon, and I know that they are going to be even more in demand than they were, which is a crazy thing to think about, and I honestly think that eventually it's going to get to the point where there's like a 5-year waiting list to get a reading with them, and I think that that's going to happen sooner than later. I just feel it. Again, I'm not psychic, so I'm just saying what I, as a normal, everyday person, feel, but I feel like had I waited longer, I might have missed this opportunity because I feel like this opportunity isn't going to be here much longer for them to just, you know, read at will, random people like me. So I'm so thankful, like, that the planets and the stars and, like, my, you know, everything aligned, and I was able to be introduced to them and get a reading from them. I will just be forever grateful to, like, everybody in the universe for that. Second, they made me feel so comfortable. I just immediately clicked with them. I felt at ease, I felt comfortable, I felt their kindness and just how genuine and sincere they were, and I just have so much love for them. My reading was an hour long and it was over the phone. Had some trouble connecting at the beginning. I think it's so weird when you're dealing with spiritual things and supernatural, if that's what you want to call it, things and technology don't always click that well, and so getting into the phone call was a little bit hard for me, but I finally did. You know, the spirit world calmed themselves down a little bit, and I was able to get in, thank God, and I had the most amazing experience. They channeled my dad, and ooh, why am I gonna cry? It was so beautiful. And I was so thankful. Everything they said about my dad and his character, his passing, things that he had been through in his life were spot on. There are things that they said that I've never said on YouTube, I've never said to anybody, that they knew details of his life that, you know, there's no way anyone could have known. And it was just the most beautiful thing. I got to talk to my dad again, which I talk to him every day. But it was just, for me, it was good to get that reassurance that, like, I'm not insane. Like, he does come to me in dreams. He is here with me, and just to know that he's okay, and to have them channel him was just the most amazing, beautiful thing I've ever experienced. And I'm so thankful that I had that opportunity, because it gave me so much peace. And just, these are happy tears, please know that these are so happy. It gave me everything that I needed to move forward in my life, and I'm just so thankful. My papa also came in, and I wear his wedding ring every day. We were so close. My dad and him were so close, and he came through as well, and that was amazing, because this whole week before this reading, I was like, every day I was like, Dad and Papa, you better come through to them. You better come through to them. If you don't, you're gonna have an earful for the rest of eternity, because I'm gonna badger you about it. But they did. They came through so beautifully through them, and they gave me such a precious gift with that, and I'm forever in their debt for that, because God, it just helped me so much, and it was so beautiful and overwhelming and amazing. Beyond talking to my dad and that just being the highlight of my life, we went in and they kind of made predictions and things about my future. And of course they said they don't guarantee everything. Of course, I have free will. All of you have free will, you know what I mean? They can take a snapshot of, you know, the most likely scenario, but that doesn't mean that it's set in stone it's going to happen, because ultimately you have control over your life. For instance, they could say, they didn't say this, but they could say, like, you know, I see you living in New York City, working as a lawyer in 5 years. But ultimately, I could choose to never move to New York City and never go to law school, and that obviously wouldn't happen, you know? They gave me so much hope and so much reassurance in my life that I need. I'm a really weird person. I know a lot of things. And I don't want to say, like, I'm psychic, but I know a lot of things. I've always, since I was a little girl, known exactly what I wanted to do in my life. I've always stood for certain things. I've always known certain things are going to happen. For instance, I've always known that I have a soulmate in this world. I know that he's out there, but I know, and I knew that I wasn't going to meet him right now, that it's not my time, that my time won't be until I'm in my 30s. I just, in my heart, knew that. And they told me the same thing. And so for me, this reading was more reassuring the things that I already knew. Not everything they told me I already knew, but as far as my career and my love life and my children, these are things within myself I already knew, but getting that reassurance and getting that, I guess, like a second opinion on psychic life, just calmed me down and made me be like, okay, yes, like, I'm feeling these ways, and for a reason and for a purpose, and this is why. Is any of this making sense to you? I just stopped like halfway through my rambling right now, and I was like, no, what am I talking about? None of this is making sense. I hope it does, you guys. I'm just so overwhelmed and just like rambling off what happened, but I feel a certain way about things is what I'm trying to say, and they came back and told me exactly what I had been feeling all along, and so that was such like, yes, like, yes, I feel these ways for a reason, and thank you, I'm not crazy. I know what I'm doing in my life. I'm going down the right path, and everything's gonna be okay. They told me that I would have, you know, a life partner and someone that I meet maybe 5 or 6 years down the road, and that we're really similar, and that it'll be a really great love. And I've always known that. I've always, ever since I was little, I said, you know, I'm never gonna get married when I'm in my 20s or whatever, more in my 30s, and they said, you know, there's things I need to do with my career before it's gonna be time to meet him, and I've said that forever too. You know, I want to have my career set. I want to do what I need to do and be happy within myself before I bring someone else in. And they said I would be a mom to a little girl, and I've always felt a little girl presence around me. This is gonna say, you guys are gonna be like, you are completely nutso, but I've always felt like I have a kid waiting to come to me, and I've always known that it's a girl, and I have her name picked out and everything, and I have since I was little. When I was little, I would talk to her. This is gonna sound, you guys are like, okay, unsubscribe, you're crazy, but I've just always known that she's been there and that I'll have her one day. And they said that would be early to mid 30s, which is right on what I had always thought. They said they saw, you know, stage acting in my future, which is my absolute love and passion is stage acting. And they encouraged me with my drag, and which was just everything and more. Which, side note, did you know that they did bio drag? What? Like, they're the coolest people ever. So they did drag as women, and that's what I love to do. I love to bend, you know, gender roles, and I want to make people question, like, is she a guy, is she a girl, what's happening? That's what I love, and they've done that, and they got that, and they get that, and it was just a beautiful thing to kind of come together and have that understanding of, because usually people look at me like, what are you talking about? When I say like I do drag, they're like, you're a girl, like what? But they got it, and that was a beautiful thing. They said they saw like feature films in my future, and they just confirmed that acting is what, and entertainment, and that's what I'm supposed to do. They said within a couple of years I would have a podcast or a radio show, which is hilarious and amazing. I would love to have a radio show, because let's face it, all I do is talk. Like, that's all I do in my life, is just talk to everybody at all times. So for me to have a job where all I'm doing is talking and I could look like total crap, that's awesome. Like, I hate, my least favorite part of YouTube, now we're going on a rabbit hole, my least favorite part of YouTube is like having to do my hair and makeup and look like somewhat presentable for you guys. If I could have a podcast or like a radio show where no one could see me, yes, that's where it's at, my friends. They also said I would have a book, that I would write a book, and that would come out within my 20s, so we have about 5 years on that, which I've always wanted to write a book. I don't know what about, that's my problem, but I've always wanted to write a book, maybe about my, and I don't want it to be like a stupid like biography, like all about Sarah, like who the hell cares? I want it to be more like a comedy, like funny, how to get through life book, not a like, Sarah was born on March 24th, 1989, you know what I mean? Nobody cares. But I think you would care about, you know, I don't know. What am I talking about? I have no idea. But you know, I would like to write a book, is basically the main point of this whole long ramble. What else did they predict? They predicted travel, which is amazing because I love to travel. They said Rio de Janeiro, which is so random, but I'm so down. So Rio, here I come. They said Oregon, and I'm telling you guys these specifics so that I can come back to this video and be like, bam, look at that. I have it recorded to my call with them, so I can always go back to that. But for you guys, for all intents and purposes, they said Oregon, France, Germany, England, Rio de Janeiro, Texas, New York, Los Angeles. So that's my travel. They said a move to LA within the next 6 to 7 to 8 months. They said September, October, which is what have I been saying this whole time? That I want to move to Los Angeles in the fall. So, I mean, honestly, this call with them, I think a lot of people go to any psychic wanting maybe a direction or a path or something like that. And in that way, I sort of differ because I've always had a path. It's always been very clear to me. For me, I doubt myself. I doubt myself at every turn, every day, every second, which I need to stop. But for me, it was more of getting reassurance, and I knew what my path was, but I just needed to hear it from someone else, and I needed someone else to clarify that for me, and just to make me feel like, yes, it's not just you thinking this, like, this is what's gonna happen for you. And that was a beautiful thing. And I was a bumbling idiot in that phone call. Like, honestly, there was a point in where they were like, do you have any questions for us? And I was just like, like literally the line was silent and they thought I had hung up. They were like, Sarah? I'm like, oh no, I'm here. I'm just like in awe of everything that you are. So yeah, I feel, Terry and Linda, if you're watching this, I love you, and I am so sorry that like my true personality could not come out because I was just so overwhelmed by everything. But I love you ladies so much. I appreciate you. The gift you have is incredible. You made an impact on my life forever. And when I am in LA, we will have to go maybe see a drag show together or go get dinner or something because I love you and thank you so much. So for anyone wanting to get a reading or just wanting to see Terry and Linda, they are incredible. They are the best of the best. They have so many predictions that have come true. They are the most documented psychics in the world. They are amazing. I cannot say enough good things about them. Check the description box below. I will leave their YouTube channel. Please subscribe to them and check out their Twitter and their website. I'll leave it all in the description box if you want to reach out to them. I definitely recommend that you do. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to click the subscribe button wherever it might be on the screen today and become a member of my squirrel family. I would love to have you here. And until next time, I will see you all later. Bye!